All right. So I want to say this quick because the Saints-Bucks game is going to be coming on soon, and I just want to get this out here. I ain't got much to say. All I want to say is congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for making the AFC Championship game for the third straight season. Not only that, I also believe you guys are hosting the AFC Championship game for the third straight season. Fantastic. I don't think anyone in NFL history has done that. That's just insanity. You guys are on a roll. You guys are just special. You're something special. This is a special unit here. It takes a truly special unit to find ways to win games no matter what the situation is. And in this game, shoo, it was crazy, man. I don't really want to recap much because it was just insanity. You have Higgins fumbling at the goal line for a touchback when it really could have been a touchdown if he would have held on. Not to mention that was head-to-head. You have Patrick Mahomes suffering an injury, a concussion, and being put on concussion protocol and was ruled out for the rest of the game. That was in the third quarter. So they had to go the whole fourth quarter without Mahomes in a game that was starting to get tight. Then you got Cleveland with a prime opportunity to get to the AFC Championship game, and they just were not able to. Baker throws a pick at the worst moment. Wasn't really his fault, but Baker throws a pick at the worst moment. And then, in my opinion, the play of the game and the true definition of what Andy Reid has been finally looking for in his career. This is the moment Andy Reid stepped up, showed why he's a gutsy head coach and one of the greatest head coaches and just offensive minds in general to ever coach this game. 4th and 1. If they win the Super Bowl, that 4th and 1 play is going to define their season, man. That's just a gutsy call. The 4th and 1 play with Henny, man. With Henny. This ain't even Mahomes. Henny on 4th and 1. Wow. And then before that, the Browns giving up a 13-yard scramble by Henny on 3rd and 14. Okay. But yeah, so much craziness happened here. I just want to say, man, the Chiefs, they found a way to win games, man. They find a way to win. This is why I feel like no matter what the situation is, Kansas City is always prepared for that. They just find a way to win. Is the defense perfect? No, but they do just enough to help this team win. This whole unit for the Kansas City Chiefs, they find ways to win games, and that just matters. Good news for them is as long as everything goes well for Mahomes in terms of the steps they got to take, Mahomes will be back and be 100% and ready to go and play in the AFC Championship game next week against the Bills. He'll be fine. But just this game was pure insanity, man. You know, everyone expected this to be a blowout, and honestly, you know, it looked like it was going to be a tough game, but really that Higgins fumble kind of screwed over everything and kind of put the whole doubt as to whether or not the Cleveland Browns can actually win this game. Everyone was like, okay, this game's over. That fumble happens at the worst possible situation. That fumble is going to define this game, and it's going to go on the list of memories that Cleveland's going to remember. You know, they have so many different memories from horrible, tragic situations that happened in the playoffs that, you know, ended up overall costing them the game. And that fumble at the goal line is going to be added to that list. But yeah, that fumble happens. Mahomes himself, the offense, they got it going. They did what they needed to do. Mahomes had a rushing touchdown. They also had a passing touchdown to Kelsey. Yeah, they were just doing their thing in the first half. Came out second half, trying to get something going. And then next thing you know, Mahomes gets injured. And I got to say this. Y'all got to stop, okay? You got to stop letting Mahomes take off and run. It's no. Don't do any option plays with this man, please. Okay, this man is supposed to be the guy here for the next 15 plus years, and you're putting him in danger. He's not durable, man. He's not. He should not be running. Whenever I see Patrick Mahomes run, I'm holding my breath because I'm scared. He's suffered several injuries now because he's running and taking these shots. That's not his game. That's not what he does, man. We know he has the ability to do it, but that's not what his strengths are. Not to mention, his body's not taking these hits, man. Again, he goes out due to something like that. It's just not good. It's just not good. You hate to see that. You hate to see that with Mahomes. This is the staple for Kansas City for the next 15 years. Don't put him in danger like that. They need to cut that down. We shouldn't be seeing any option plays or nothing involving Mahomes taking off unless he chooses to take off and run out of bounds because nothing's open. But yeah, that was just scary. And I'm not lying. Once I saw Mahomes go down, I was like, Cleveland has a perfect opportunity to get to the AFC Championship game. Like, I don't care what anybody wants to say about this game. History only remembers the winners. Cleveland, you can steal this game. It's there for the taking. Unfortunately, they were not able to get it done. And I'll say this to Cleveland. Congratulations on the season. This is a successful season. This has been the most successful season you guys have had in the longest, 20, 25 years? This has been one of the most successful, if not the most successful seasons you guys have had in a long time, man. So many people expected this Browns team to come into this season and just miss the playoffs, be like 8-8 or 7-9 or something like that, and be a disappointment. You guys not only proved that wrong by going 11-5 and making the playoffs, but you guys also won a playoff game, and you actually had a legitimate opportunity to reach the AFC Championship game. Wow, that's improvement. First year as a coach with Stefanski, team goes 11-5, makes the playoffs, wins a playoff game, gets to the divisional round. That speaks volumes, man. That speaks volumes. Baker, man, I like the improvement, man. What a bounce back year for you. Continue to improve your game. Continue to prove the doubters wrong. You, my friend, I don't care what anybody wants to say about Baker's game. This guy needs to be the quarterback for Cleveland because nobody has taken them farther than this man has done. And you can call him a game manager or whatever. Whatever you want to call him, he needs to be if you want to call him a game manager, well, he needs to be the game manager for the Cleveland Browns because he's been the most successful quarterback under them in arguably franchise history, man. Look what he's done, man. Look what he's done. Give the man his credit. It's been 3 seasons, and they're in the playoffs competing against the Chiefs for a chance to go to the AFC Championship game. Nobody saw that happening in the beginning of the season. Give Cleveland their credit. Give Baker their credit. And honestly, I'm going to just say it, man. In terms of who comes out looking the best in the AFC North, Cleveland. Cleveland wasn't expected to be here. They got all the way up to the divisional round. This is a successful season. You look at Pittsburgh, a lot of people with the way they were talking about Ben Roethlisberger coming back, we're going to be in the AFC Championship game at least and going up against the Chiefs. And it looked like it was going to go that way. But once again, it turned into a disappointment. Baltimore, a team that was supposed to be a Super Bowl contender, came and did this year, struggled, made the playoffs, won a playoff game, and then embarrassed themselves yesterday. So that's also a failing and a disappointment. It's been funny, both Baltimore and Pittsburgh have been just, failing to live up to expectations in these last couple years, Pittsburgh, for like 3 years, had a Super Bowl contending team and could have legitimately gotten to the Super Bowl. Wasted all 3 of those years. Closest they got was the AFC Championship game where they got embarrassed by New England. But other than that, just wasted talent. Wasted all that talent that's no longer there. Now, they've got a great defense, and they got a one-dimensional offense with the quarterback and Ben Roethlisberger, who's old and he's done. He's done. You're not winning a Super Bowl with him. And he's probably coming back, so that's also not good for them. Then you look over at the Ravens side, and since their Super Bowl, you had all those years, didn't do anything with Flacco. You won a playoff game, congrats, but didn't do anything with Flacco. You saw the end. Then you get Lamar Jackson, and this is really the most embarrassing part that no one's really going to talk about. But, as Ravens fans, we got to look at the situation, bro. We have a top 5 defense and an MVP quarterback, and we can't get past the divisional round. What does that say about the organization as a whole? Both for Pittsburgh and Baltimore, those coaching staffs, we need to take a serious look at the coaching staff. Pittsburgh, you already know your problems. I'm not about to spill them out. Y'all already know y'all issues. But for Baltimore, this coaching staff needs to be evaluated. And I think we got to start looking at John Harbaugh too, because I really need an explanation as to why the Ravens are never ready to play come playoff time. Why are they never prepared? Why they never prepared? They're never disciplined. They can't execute any of the plays that they were able to do in the regular season. Why? Why is the head coach of your team never prepared to play? I need an explanation. And DeCosta's he's going to need an explanation as well this offseason. Good luck figuring that out, DeCosta. We'll be talking about that this week. But yeah, Cleveland, look at your other 2 guys. In terms of what they were expecting to get this season, they failed. There was no expectations for you guys. You guys made it to this divisional round. Be happy. This is a success. Not only that, but it looks like you're trending up. You're improving. The only thing you need to do is fix that defense. And work on improving that defense, and trust me, you will be back and competing next year. That's really all I got to say for Cleveland for the most part. And that's really all I got to say about the game. There's not much I really want to recap because it was just so crazy. Just a few things I brought up, Mahomes and the Chiefs were starting off well, doing their thing. Cleveland was trying, couldn't really execute, missing out on a couple plays. Kansas City had the lead. Next thing you know, they have an opportunity to score. Higgins fumbles the ball in the end zone on a play that really should have been called head-to-head, but he fumbles it. It goes out of bounds. Touchback back to Kansas City. Those are missed points. Kansas City pretty much controls the first half. Get into the second half. Kansas City's trying to march and put up some points as well. Next thing you know, towards the end of the third quarter, Mahomes goes down. He gets put into concussion protocol, and he ends up missing the rest of this game. So now Henny has to come in and finish this game, and Cleveland has a prime opportunity to come back and potentially win this game. Next thing you know, it's a 22-17 game, and Henny in the end zone just throws an arm punt because it's 1st and 25. They get backed up. He throws an arm punt, gets picked off. Cleveland has an opportunity with down 5 to go down the field, score a touchdown, take the lead. Next thing you know, Baker throws a pick, goes back to Kansas City, and Kansas City's trying to march down. Next thing you know, it's 3rd and 14, and Henny scrambles and gets 13 on the first on a third. He gets 13 on a 3rd and 14. Next thing you know, it's 4th and 1. Most people are thinking Andy Reid's not going to snap this. He's going to trust his defense. But Andy Reid's like, nah, I got the perfect team. I'm going to show you I got guts. And he goes for a gutsy 4th and 1 call, in which Henry scrambles to his right, hits Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill picks up the first down, stays in bounds, and that's the game. There's your recap. That being said, Kansas City is moving on to the AFC Championship game, where they will host their 3rd AFC Championship game in a row. Their 3rd straight, so good for them. And they'll be going up against the Buffalo Bills, a team that's got to play better than the way they played yesterday. Because the way they played yesterday, that's not going to cut it against Kansas City. With that being said, once again, congrats to the Chiefs. It's unfortunate for the Browns, but this was still a successful season. Fix your defense, come back stronger next year. That's all I got. I got to go watch this Saints-Bucks game because this is the game I've been waiting for. I'm out, man. Peace.